let's move on now to our sports corner.
Tell him this. Did he miss? Junior want to not be on my.
So yes, Sheyla and I are into our sports corner, and if you don't know, along with talking about politics, entertainment, news, and everything, Sheyla and I are sports girlies. Like, we appreciate the enjoyment that sports gives us, So one of the things I want to talk about real quickly is the recent NFL games that happened last week, right? And y'all know my teams are the Giants and the Kansas City Chiefs. All right.
Boo! Tomato, boo. Anyone but the Chiefs.
And before anybody sit there and try and clock me, if you don't know,
sorry.
People like to sit there and call me a bandwagon for the Chiefs, but I need to just say I was a Chiefs fan when Nicole was dating Travis Kelce, and I've been stuck there, and I love
Isaiah. If you like him, you like him. You do not have to give
Okay,
up.
But I love Isaiah Pacheco. So,
okay, great.
Right. Now we're about to get into the AFC finals and the NFC finals. And in the AFC, we have the Bills versus the Chiefs. And my Chiefs, their one and only loss this season was to the Bills.
Thank God.
Anyway. And then we have the Eagles and we have the Commanders. Now, the reason why I wanted to talk about this real quick is because Sheyla and I, we root for Lamar Jackson. I want the best for Lamar Jackson. In my eyes, I look at him as an uncle. I want the best for him, right? And watching that game, I never been so literally, my coworkers will tell you, I literally did a gorilla, fist stomp on the desk. I was so mad because in the first, I would say the first half, the first and the second quarter, Lamar, I was like, what are you doing? What are you doing? And I mean, it's easy for us to say as fans who are watching, we're not out on the field making decisions or anything like that. But at the same time, I'm here to give my little critiques. Lamar, you wasn't doing a gosh darn thing in the first half. You were stressing me out. You were getting sacked. I could not believe what I was seeing.
Mm-hmm.
Then the second half comes, which is the third and the fourth quarter. And Lamar showing out. I'm like, okay, he throwing the ball. He doing his runs.
Right.
I'm like, okay, rushing yards on deck, passing yards, flourishing. Then we get into the final few seconds. I don't know why, and maybe this is just me. So when you're playing football, you have the option to do a 2-point conversion instead of getting a field goal kick. So a touchdown is 6 points. And if you get the field goal kick, that's 1 extra point, which makes it 7. So a touchdown is not 7 points, it's 6 plus the field goal kick. If you decide to not take the field goal kick, you can do a 2-point conversion where you try and get another touchdown, but that would equal 2 points instead of it being 6. The Ravens, after they tried their first 2-point conversion. They were 1-3. You literally can't, you're not effective when it comes to your 2-point conversions. But hey, sometimes it is what it is. Let's try it, right? They tried it, didn't work. Boom. We get into the fourth quarter. A few seconds left. They get a touchdown. They decide, let's go for another 2-point conversion. Sheyla. I was nervous because I was like, okay, you guys got this. What was his name? His name is, I believe his name is Mark Andrews. Sheyla, literally. The ball has to sit right here in his gut. The ball literally dumped to the floor while he's in the end zone. Sheyla, I threw my chair. I was so mad.
All I have to say about that is they were playing the Washington Commanders, correct?
No, the Eagles are playing the Washington Commanders.
No, but who were they playing during that game?
They were playing the Bills.
Okay. So whoever they were playing, I already have the teams that I'm low-key rooting for. So when I just saw the schedule, I was like, oh yeah, Lamar got this. And then I had to do a double duty shift at work. So when I got home and I saw the score, I said, what this mean, Rebecca? Because ain't no way. I said, he could still make it to the Super Bowl?
Yeah, Sheyla was like, so they play again?
I said, because this is the thing that is so infuriating, and I think this conversation is gonna follow Lamar Jackson until he wins the Super Bowl. During the regular season, he's so good. It's like spanking every team left and right. The score is like through the roof. But then it's like when the games that you really, really needed, what occurred? I was so shocked and disbelief. I could not believe it. My Lions also lost, but at least they lost to the Washington Commanders, who I am also rooting for. Jayden Daniels, I am rooting extremely hard for him. So yeah, the Lions are no longer there. The Lamar and the Ravens are no longer a part of it. So I am rooting for anyone but the Kansas City Chiefs. I am tired of Patrick Mahomes. I am tired of him. I am tired of the red. I am tired of the Taylors. I am tired of let's finish that up. So this week, who are you rooting for? It's Jayden Daniels versus the Eagles. I know how you feel about the Eagles, so that's probably.
I'm a certified, like, I don't care who said who. Like, I understand I'm a Chiefs fan. I don't care. I'm a certified Eagles hater. I do not. It don't matter who the Eagles are playing. I'm rooting for the other team always. Like, I can't stand the Eagles. I hope Jayden Daniels, and like, also, I'm not gonna lie to you. As a Chiefs fan, yes, I love them and all. I can't stand Taylor Swift. I wouldn't even be mad if they lost. I'm not even gonna be like, I'm not gonna hold you. Like, I would love to see Jayden Daniels win. I would love like an underdog.
That would be historic. The first rookie to ever. Like, the franchise was expected to be like low bottom of the barrel. The fact that they even made it this far is so astonishing. And I don't know if you guys have seen the video of Jayden Daniels' mom clocking the tea of like, I'm glad he has the mother that he has, which is me, because I know someone else's mother is out there plotting to, knock up my kid. He said, not today, honey. And
I'm here for it.
If I was the mom, honey, your son is, the hot-ish right now in DC, honey. And I know the girls are plotting, and I hope he stays. You know what I'm saying? Because he also isn't the type. He doesn't seem cocky. He seems very down to earth. And like his teammates, anytime they talk about them, they're like gassing him up. And like, you want to play for someone like that. I think it also helps the franchise, because if I'm a free agent, I want to go play for Jayden, because it's only up from here, to be honest. So again, this week we will be rooting for Jayden Daniels, and I will be rooting for the downfall of the Kansas City Chiefs. So may the Bills win. I don't root for them.
I just want to say really quickly, in the last game that the Eagles had, who did they play again? They played, I don't even remember. They lost anyway. So in the last game, Jalen Hurts, like, he kind of like twisted his ankle or something. Not ankle.
No, I think they won. They didn't lose.
Yeah, they won. But I'm saying he has some type of knee problem happening right now, which could affect how the game goes. But regardless of that, like, I like Jalen Hurts. I just can't stand the Eagles organization and fan base.
I just love that they both have black quarterbacks. So it's like, it's really a win-win regardless. But I think the storyline of Jayden Daniels is just a bit better. But honestly, if it's anyone of color, and I know this is gonna trigger the colorblind people, if there was a Latino quarterback, oh baby, y'all would hate me, honey, because I might have to buy a jersey.
Yo,
I'm always rooting for my people, black, Latino, minority.
Yes.
Love
so
that.
You went before. We just have a few more things to talk about. So you want to talk about Unrivaled?
Oh, yeah. So Unrivaled, the last time we had an episode, it was like the launch of it. And I think it was a success. I really tried to get Rebecca to watch it. I was like, put the channel. Girl, she never put the channel. Although
First of all, I did end up watching. It was the Owls versus the other team.
And what you thought about it since you watched it?
It was cool. I thought I like the interviews that they do before. Sheyla and I are production people. So like for me, I'm like watching the production. And like I said, like I like how like it looks so like, I don't know, clean, and it's like clear, like the way the production is going. I like how that works. I think the game was interesting, but like honestly, I'm slowly trying to get into it. Yeah. So like I watched like a good 3 quarters and I was like, all right.
So the interesting thing about it, like unlike other like regular basketball games, like we mentioned, this is 3 versus 3. It's an all women's league, in case you don't know what Unrivaled is. So the first 3 quarters, I believe, are like 7 minutes or 10. I think it's 7. And so the fourth quarter, you add 11 points to whatever team has the highest score, and that's the target score you got to reach. So there's not really like a time limit. I like it. It's super fun, and I think it's just, you know how they say like iron sharpers iron. All the girls that are there are like, top WNBA players. So it's like, this is a good setup for when the WNBA season starts. It's like, you gotta be in shape, honey, because the way they be running back and forth, back and forth, back and forth in this 3v3, they also said like this highlights what you're lacking, honey. Because if your defense is trash, everybody gotta stay with their person. It's not like you can help off somebody. So, anyways, I loved it and I can't wait to continue watching it. So on that note, let's move on to, in the WNBA world, they call the NBA. Let's move on to the MNBA. The
Okay.
Men's National Basketball
Yes.
Association.
So let's get into it real quick. So as you guys know, every like different sport has like their all-star version of the game. For football, they have the Pro Bowl and everything like that. But the MNBA, as Sheyla said, is about to get into their all-star weekend as well. And the starters for the East and the West have officially been announced. And I just wanted to show y'all really quickly. Hold on. This is the starters. So as you can see, my man, Stephen Curry was selected. And we love that for us. We also have SGA, LeBron James, Kevin Durant, and Nikola Jokić. That is for the West. And then for the East, of course, because I'm also a Knicks girl. Okay. My uncle Jalen Brunson. Then we also have Donovan Mitchell, Jayson Tatum for Sheyla, and Giannis. I can't pronounce his last name. I'm not even gonna hold you.
Antetokounmpo.
Yeah, him and Kat. And honestly, I'm a little excited because I feel like all these stars, like, they've been doing their thing all year. It breaks my heart to see how hard Steph has to work for every single game because he doesn't have the proper support on the court. But it's okay because my Knicks are flourishing. And I'm loving that. Mm-hmm. And Sheyla, you got one of your people in there.
Yeah, we have Jayson Tatum, so that's great. I'm not even gonna lie. Ever since I started watching like the WNBA, I have not been keeping up as much with my Celtics as I should. I also feel like the season is so long. I believe we need to shorten it a bit because it's like you have so many games. I think we could shorten it a bit.
The seasons are perfect. The only thing is, right? So the reason why I was really excited to talk about this is because I would say, especially like over the last, I want to say 4 to 5, maybe even 6 years, there has been a consistent conversation about the NBA All-Star games being a legitimate disaster and a waste of time, right? So Sheyla, I believe your first time was watching it like 2 years or a year, like
2 years ago.
Yeah, 2 years ago. And I remember like you asking me like, is it always like this? And I'm like, honestly, like it's gotten worse as the years have gone on, especially because it's like, it doesn't seem like anybody's taking it serious.
You know what I'm thinking about last year when Jaylen Brown was a part of it? He did the dunking contest with Tyson sitting on a chair and he got dragged for it.
It's like, bro, he's short already.
I'm a Jaylen Brown fan, so I support it. But anyways, I'm sorry. I had to mention that.
No, as you should. So the thing that they've been trying to like do at all, like I guess these last few years, is to make it more interesting and more enticing for people to be there, because like the viewership is going down. It's not interesting. Honestly, it's quite boring, especially with the way that the games go, where it's East versus West. Nobody's playing defense. No, like the score literally be like 300. It's like.
And it's a lot of 1v1s. It's like whoever want to go at it, then that's their game.
So this year the NBA All-Star Game will incorporate a new tournament style format, an attempt to create more competitive contests. So instead of one game featuring East versus West, All-Star Sunday will feature a tournament with 4 teams made up of 8 players each, right? I guess that's supposed to make it more entertaining. But honestly, I don't even know what they could do anymore. But like, the dunking contest is not exciting anymore. Like, y'all need to get actual people who can do like creative dunks and stuff like that. They had the dude who was from that
the G League person literally held that down.
Like, he was doing some stuff where I'm like, okay, white boy. Like,
yeah. I agree. I think honestly, you don't know what you have until it's taken away from you. So I think they need to be like, oh, okay, since y'all got so much money, you guys don't need this. You just want to break. End it. And I understand the whole point of All-Star is mainly for the fans. I understand that. But it's like, if you're traveling to these states, it's not gonna be cheap. It's not gonna be cheap. So I'd rather just stay home, save my coins, than these people spend all this money to go to the All-Star game for nothing. And I get it. Like, some people are just happy to be in the presence of these athletes, whatever. But I think you should just end it, and instead of doing it like every year, maybe it's like every 2 years. So like you have a little bit more of excitement of like, oh, I don't know. Cause it's like at the end of the day, these athletes make so much money. Or if anything, it should be like the NFL. Isn't it called the Pro Bowl? Where it's like the ones that aren't like the
Like
biggest
stars.
names.
The ones who aren't playing in the Super Bowl are the ones like who are selected for like the Pro Bowl, which is fine, but the Pro Bowl is boring too. Like,
Okay, so I think the solution is just cut it and find another way, another event for fans to interact with their athletes.
yes.